Today we're going to be taking a look at the Finch Knives 1929, and we're going to find out if it has taken on the role of my new favorite Finch knife. Don't go away. What's up guys, Grady here at Grady's Gear, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Finch Knives 1929. Now, if you've been a part of my channel for any length of time, you guys know I am a huge fan of Finch Knives. They were the very first company to ever send me something into review when I started my YouTube channel. Spencer is such an awesome guy. He has just been super supportive and just easy to talk to. And guys, I only had like, what, 25, maybe 30 subscribers whenever he sent me out the Runtley and the Holiday to review. And I was blown away. I didn't even ask him to get a knife in for review. I had actually ordered this knife, the Cimarron, and it was on its way to me, and I was just super excited. I had heard some great things about Finch, and I hit up Spencer and I was just like, I'm really impressed with what you're doing and I can't wait to get the Cimarron. And he automatically sent me the Holiday and the Runtley to review, asked me if I want to check those out. Of course I said yes. So Finch Knives holds a special place with me, and they always will, because they were the first company to ever show support that way and send me something out and to trust me in that way. And guys, that really goes a long way with me. I can't express enough gratitude for what they've done. And I'm super grateful. So, and not to mention, you know, their knives are quality. I've been in the knife game way before I was in YouTube. You know, I've been collecting knives now for years. I know quality when I see it, and I know value when I see it. And that is what Finch Knives scream, is value. I will recommend them to anybody. But today we're going to be talking about the 1929. This one is the only one that I haven't done a video on my channel. I have done a video on the Cimarron here, which is a great budget option if you're looking at getting into Finch Knives. These go for around $89. 14C 28M blade steel. Excellent option. Great drop shutty, blade centering. I mean, fit and finish on Finch Knives is just exceptional. I've also done the review on the Holiday, which this is my going out to a nice dinner with the wife. This is my fancy knife. And this one is after Doc Holiday. This is the knife. We actually have a place called Old Town in Orlando in Florida that I used to go to a lot. And over there, you can go into this booth and it's like an old Western style. And you get in there and you dress up. In the 1800s, you dress up like cowboys. And they put 6-shooters on you and a rifle and cowboy hat, and they take these really old school pictures of you. This would be the knife that I carry with me for that. I've kind of wanted to go back and do that, but since the whole pandemic and stuff, I haven't really gone anywhere. But once all that is over with, I'll definitely be going back, and I'll have this in my pocket just for fun. But this is like my going out knife, my fancy dinner, fancy occasion, maybe I'm wearing something nicer. This is the knife that I like to carry for that kind of situation. So yeah, this is the Holiday. And guys, it is no secret, I am a huge fan of the Runtley. The Runtley I have mentioned before in my videos and said that it is my favorite Finch knife. This is the OG for them, their very first model that they came out with. It's a small knife, but it's capable, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the design, how small it is. It's a great little box cutter. I primary this knife sometimes, and guys, it is just so good. I love it, and I mentioned this before that this is like the king of the Finch knives for me. I absolutely love the Ghost Green JG10. You know, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's mine. I definitely love it. But with that all being said, oh, and I want to mention, I did do a video on the Takuna. I don't own that one, but my buddy Kevin, Lefty EDC, Kevin's become like a brother to me. Me and him chat every single week, all the time. He sent me some knives to check out that I did a little video on. It was the F5.5, the Wee Banter, and the Finch Knives Takuna. I did do a video on that one. I really like that knife as well. I had a really cool blade shape. It's just different. It's like a pocket machete. So that one was really cool. So I did do a video on this. But full disclosure, Finch Knives did send me this to check out. I hit up Spencer because I did videos on every other model. Currently right now, Finch Knives have 5 models out, and I did videos on 4 of them. And I owned 3 of them. So I hit up Spencer and I just asked if I could get a loaner to do a review on, because I wanted to do a review on all of their models before their new releases come out in the summertime. They got 4 new models coming out in the summertime that I'm really excited about, and I wanted to get the 1929 in to do before those come out. So I hit Spencer up and I asked him if I could get a loaner. I told him I'd send it right back to him. No questions asked. I'd be quick about it. I just wanted to do a video on it. And of course, Spencer, being the person that he is, he's just a very generous guy and just so rad, guys. I know I gush about Spencer like he's my 8th grade sweetheart or something like that, but he really is. He's an awesome, awesome guy. And his exact response to me was, dude, I'll just send you one. Please keep it and carry it and use the living crap out of it. And that's what I plan on doing. I'm so blown away that, you know, he's shown that support for me and what I do here. And I'm super grateful. So shout out to Spencer with Finch Knives. Finch Knives, thank you guys so much for sending this to me for review. And before I keep rambling on, let's just get on with the review. So, the 1929. So let's start out, before we get into this, let's start out with the packaging real quick. Obviously, you get the really cool Finch box. You flip it over, and it tells you the model that you got, 1929. And this one is in dark denim micarta, and the blade steel is 154 cm. Now, they run the 154 cm on pretty much all their models except for the Cimarron, which is the 14C28N. It's a little bit more budget steel, and that's how they were able to keep the price down. So I have no issues with 154 cm. I have good experience with it, so no problems there. When I didn't know what model he was going to send me, but when he said the dark denim micarta, when I opened it, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I really dig this color, guys. Kind of looks like old faded Levi's. And this micarta is smooth. In the pictures that I seen online, it looked like a canvas micarta, but this is polished. It's very smooth. It's just like the Holiday here. And the Holiday has got the black linen micarta, which is also polished. So it's just like that. So you get the cool box. In the box, of course, you get your warranty card. You get a Band-Aid, which has come in handy. I'll get to that in a few minutes. But you also get the Flippin' the Finch sticker, and you get the 1929 sticker. You get a sticker for whatever model. And as you can see, I have all the different Finch knives, the models that I own, on my sticker mat right here. So very cool for the packaging. I love Finch's packaging. Let's get on here. And let's check this out. Now, this thing, when I first seen it, it looks like if the Holiday and the Runtley got together and had a baby, that is what they would come out with. The 1929. Now, why is this going to be taking the role of king in my EDC as far as my favorite Finch knife? I'm surprised that it surpassed the Runtley. And, you know, right now I'm going back and forth with them. I'm still not sure. But, man, I got to tell you, this one, it might surpass the Runtley. The action is just like on the Holiday. I've said before that out of all the Finch knives, they all have great action, but I love the action on the Holiday the most. It's just like glass. That detent is dialed in. This thing is just like that. And as you can see, it's got like this modified clip point blade on there that is so sexy. And look at that satin, guys. I don't know if these are hand rubbed satin, but it's the same on the Holiday. I don't know if those are hand rubbed, but if it is, I mean, I wouldn't question it. It definitely looks like that. It is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And just like the Holiday, it is a bolster lock. As you can see right here, lockup on this is fantastic, but you can see where it separates from the micarta. This thing is a drop shutty. Now, I mentioned about their Band-Aids coming in handy. I have gotten bitten by this knife twice playing with it. The drop shut action on this thing, I'm going to try to show you this on camera. See how it just wants to fall? I have to move my thumb out of the little flipper tab in order to get it to do it, but then when I do that, it lands right on my thumb. I actually cut myself the other day. And guys, I'm a bleeder. Doesn't matter if I get a little nick or not. I will bleed like crazy, and so I had to use the Band-Aid that came in a box. And such is life. But drop shuttiness of this knife right here. I mean, once I move my finger, I mean, it wants to come down. The detent is dialed in. Blade centering on this guy is dead on, just like all my other models. You guys can see that. I love the transitioning that they have here. Now, it's kind of hard to tell because it's got these little grooves right here, but the transitioning is seamless on here, very smooth. And like any other Finch, their insignia, their logo right here does glow in the dark. And you know, it's not like they put freaking turbo glow or anything in here. It's just like lume on a watch. It's not like super bright, but it's just a really cool feature that they add onto here. As you can see, you got the two standoffs right here. Titanium pocket clip. As you can see how it kind of ramps down. I really appreciate that. And it just makes this carry so well. And it glides right in and out of the pocket so easily. But I want to do a little size comparison to the Runtley. It is ever so slightly just a titch bigger than the Runtley. Just a little bit. And the flipper tab comes out just a little bit more. Just for a little size comparison for you guys. The action on this thing is fantastic. Like the other models, the jimping goes on the bottom right here so you can choke up on here. It doesn't have jimping right here, which is fine. This is a smaller knife, guys. I mean, I'm not like bearing down on it. I'm not batoning wood or anything like that. This is just a small gentleman's carry EDC, if you will. I love the blade shape on this. This thing is stupid sharp. I could tell you by how many times I cut my fingers. I mean, see that? It just drops like a guillotine. Give it a little shake, and it drops right shut. If I move my finger away from the lock bar, it does it, yeah, like that. Super, super, super smooth on this guy. Guys, I've been carrying this now for, I don't know, week and a half, maybe a little bit more. And I've been carrying it off and on. I've got a lot of stuff I'm going over reviews on and testing out. But I've been carrying this thing. I've been absolutely loving it. It carries so well. It's not too big. Obviously, it's a smaller knife. It is on bearings. And that action, do you hear that click? That dink! Sounds so good on this thing. This thing is stupid smooth, guys. I really can't stop raving about it. I believe these are going for the 129 mark, 130. I believe that's what these are going for. They do come in different handle materials. Like I said, this is the dark denim micarta. I have seen wood versions. I think I've seen carbon fiber too. That would be really sick. I've seen that JG10 on there too. That was cool. I think if I were to get another one, I would get the carbon fiber. I think that would look super sick with this blade. Absolutely love the blade shape on here. Ergonomically, I mean, you guys can tell. I'm going to close it up real quick. You guys can tell this thing has like a Barlow style handle on it. Very reminiscent of like that teardrop style, which I really like. I'm a slip joint guy. I do like modern traditionals, and that's what it reminded me of with this. So, and you guys know Finch is really big on taking, you know, older style patterns and modernizing them, turning them into flippers, and this thing's no exception, guys. Very, very cool offering from Finch Knives. I absolutely love it. You know, this is stainless steel. The bolster is. That drop shut action. I can't stop playing with this thing. This thing is just sick. Very fun to use. Very fun to fidget with if you're a fidgeter with your knives like I am. Very, very fun. Just sit there and just flip and close. I absolutely love it. And it is a great addition to my Finch Knives collection. They are doing some sick work. Guys, you really need to check them out on Instagram. They're posting pictures of their new stuff that they're going to be coming out with in the summertime. I'm very interested in the Devil's Finger and then like the Cherry Bomb. They got one called the Drift that's coming out that looks really cool as well. They are just doing some awesome, awesome work over here. But the more I carry this, I don't know. Right now I'm balancing back and forth between the Runtley and the 1929. The Runtley still holds special place for me. You guys have seen me do some unboxings with this knife, and I absolutely love it. I love the blade shape. I primary this all the time. The action, I mean, just whips out. Really, really dig that. But yeah, guys, this is the 1929 by Finch Knives, and this is a 10 out of 10 for me, guys. Fit and finish on this is impeccable. Really can't beat it for the price point. If you're into smaller knives, I would definitely check this one out, or the Runtley. But this one has got a better action. It does. It has better action. The Runtley's got more of a thicker blade, so it has to have a stronger detent to get that blade out. And this has got a little bit more of a thinner blade on it, so it's easier. But this thing is just super sexy. I freaking love this thing. If you got some big old hand, you know, really big hands, really big paws, this may not be ideal for you. Maybe a secondary. I see a lot of guys secondary carrying these smallish knives, you know. But for me, I mean, I wear large size gloves. I can get a 4-finger grip if I try. Really, it's a 3.5. But when I choke up, I even get a little bit of better grip on here. So I have even more control. I wouldn't suggest using this hard use because your finger could slip and could cut yourself. But this grip is comfortable too for me. And I do wear large size gloves. So with that teardrop kind of handle, it is pretty neutral. So there's that. I mean, ergonomically, I don't really feel any hot spots. The way that they do this pocket clip, how it kind of tapers down like this, it does not really create a hot spot for me. So anyways, guys, I'm going to stop rambling. I know I'm going on and on. But this is the Finch Knives 1929. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.